Hello everyone, I welcome you once again to SurveyTribe, where we simplify research for beginners. I want to ask you a question today. Have you ever wondered how researchers go about conducting their research? In this video, we'll discuss the 8 steps involved in the research process. Let's get started. Step 1. Identifying the research problem. The first step in the research process is to identify a problem or ask a question about a topic that you are interested in. You may have noticed something that you want to understand better, or you may have an idea that you want to investigate. For example, you might be interested in whether or not people who exercise regularly are less likely to suffer from depression. This is the first and most crucial step. Identifying a problem is the foundation of a research work. If there is no problem, there is no need to conduct research. It should be specific, relevant, and realistic. Step 2. Reviewing the literature. Once you've identified your research problem, the next step is to review the existing literature on the topic. This will help you to understand what is already known about the topic and identify any gaps in the literature that your research could fill. A literature review involves searching for and reading relevant books, journal articles, and other sources of information. Step 3. Formulation of research objectives or questions. The third step is to formulate your research objectives or questions. Your objectives should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. They should also be focused on the gap in the literature that you identified in the previous step. For example, if your literature review revealed that there is limited research on the relationship between exercise and depression, your objective might be to conduct a study that examines this relationship. Step 4. Designing the research methodology. The fourth step is to design your research methodology. This includes deciding on the type of study you will conduct, the population and sample you will study, the data collection methods you will use, and the data analysis techniques you will employ. For example, you might decide to conduct a quantitative study using a survey to measure the relationship between exercise and depression. Step 5. Data collection. The fifth step is to collect your data. This involves actually carrying out your research study and collecting the data you need to answer your research questions. If you are conducting a survey, this might involve distributing the survey to your sample and collecting the completed surveys. On the other hand, if you are using qualitative data, this might involve you conducting interviews. Step 6. Data analysis. Once you've collected your data, the next step is to analyze it. This involves using statistical or other data analysis techniques to make sense of your data and identify any patterns or relationships. For example, you might use a statistical software package like SPSS to analyze the relationship between exercise and depression. And if you are performing a qualitative research, you might perform a thematic analysis using a software package like Nivivo. Step 7. Interpreting results and drawing conclusion. After analyzing your data, you'll need to interpret your results and draw conclusions. This involves explaining what your findings mean and what they contribute to our understanding of the research problem. You'll also need to discuss the limitations of your study and suggest areas for future research. Step 8. Compilation of the research report and presentation. The final step in the research process is to compile a research report and present your findings. This may involve writing a research article for publication in a peer-reviewed journal or presenting your findings at a conference or meeting. In the literature, the most popular format for compiling a research report is the IMRAD structure, which is an acronym for Introduction, Method, Results, and Discussion. You can also use the ILMERDAC structure: Introduction, Literature Review, Method, Results, Discussion, and Conclusion to arrange or compile your report. Can you see a pictorial representation of the research process? And there you have it, the 8 steps involved in the research process. From identifying a research problem to compiling a research report, each step is essential in ensuring that your research is thorough and contributes to the body of knowledge in your field. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with your friends and classmates. You can also comment down below what other topics you would like us to cover in the future. We'll see you next time.